Hey guys, it's Death. I don't know how long this video is actually going to be or anything of the sort because it's a discussion video. I'm recording this later than everybody else because I wanted to, but it's about Donald Mustard retiring at the end of this month. As you probably already know, he is the creative director for Epic Games and pretty much is the overseer for the Fortnite story. And I've seen a lot of things about what people have said about him leaving and what it could mean, what it couldn't mean. And maybe, yes, a little bit of it has been greatly exaggerated, to be honest. I feel like a lot of people were pretty quick to freak out, which is understandable. It is a little understandable. But I wanted to give it a couple days to get my own thoughts on it. So before I get into that, feel free to like and subscribe and comment down below your thoughts on anything I say in this video and turn notifications on and all that. Only if you enjoy my content, of course. But yeah, now I'll just get into it. Uh, Initially, when I saw that he was retiring, I actually didn't think it was like a legitimate thing. Some people still don't think it's a legitimate thing. Like it's just him like baiting people a little bit, like he tends to do on his profile sometimes. But no, I think it's real. I think this one's real. I don't think he's baiting people. I don't think he's messing with people. Uh, in terms of its effect on the game and the story itself, yeah, he's the creative director, and this is very much his story. This is the story he's wanted to tell and has been telling. But even with him gone, I don't really think a whole lot's going to change. Like, they, I've said this before, and a lot of other people have, and many people know it. They work on these seasons in advance, like far in advance. I guarantee you the story for at least next chapter is already done before will either is already done or will be done before he even actually goes through with retiring at the end of this month. I guarantee you it's already done, or at least close to it. But what I do expect from this, though, which I don't know if other people are of the same thought process, but I definitely expect it. Retcons. I I don't think everything from the story is going to stay exactly as it is, especially since, simply put, the story this chapter really kind of dropped off. Like, there's good things, there's some cool things, but we're 4 seasons into the chapter already, and it really feels like the story dropped off way more than, like, just how it's been in the past. It's very noticeable, and I'm kind of wondering. Well, there's a few things I think that caused it. This is one of them. That him retiring is definitely a part of it because he's still the creative director. He's still an important role, and no matter what you do, that makes a difference. That makes a huge difference. But the other thing I think is causing it is the strikes that have been going on. Originally, they were only affecting like movie companies and whatnot, but now it sounds like they are moving further into game companies and the acting and whatnot for the voices, which, as you know, a lot of the storyline stuff for Fortnite has had voice acting. And that kind of fell off a little bit too. And I'm thinking the strikes probably had something to do with that. And I want to say, I actually do get the point of the strikes, and I think it's a good thing. I I support it because I know what they want. I know what they're after, and I definitely support it. I know I haven't actually really commented on it at all because it's been going on for a bit, but I support it. And I didn't really have like a script for this video. This is mostly just like spur of the moment talk, but that's kind of my thoughts on it. Like the whole Donald Mustard retiring thing, and a little bit of the strike as like an explanation on why I think some things have been the way they are with the Fortnite seasons and the story itself. I'm basically saying I think it will be fine. Like, legitimately, I think everything will be fine because he still isn't the only one that does the story. He was, he's the one, like, the mastermind behind it, but he has a whole team. I guarantee you he has a whole team. There's no way he was the only one doing the story, is my thought process. And I'm most likely right with that. I'm sure he had a whole team. But I guess with that said, I'm curious to see what exactly they're going to do now and how they go about this. Who's going to take his place? I'm sure they've already decided on somebody, to be honest. Like, he's been silent on his Twitter for a while. Like, that was another thing people pointed out. He had been really quiet on his Twitter lately, and usually he's pretty active with that. And he just kind of stopped after a bit. And say what you will about his Twitter, it's always been open for debate, but his Twitter has always, for the most part, been about teasing something. His posts were always teasing something. Like this season was a prime example. He posted that red moon a while ago, and some people thought it was for this season or teasing the next season. Other people didn't, and there was debates about it as always. And now here we are. It was definitely for this season. It was definitely teasing this season. And I think that's actually where the thought process comes from of like, is he actually retiring or is this bait? You know? I think that's where the thought process comes from. Because every single time he has posted something on that account, it has been teasing something. And I personally don't think it is this time. I said that already earlier, but I don't think that's what this is this time. Like, legitimately, I just don't. But I guess with that, I'm going to end it here because I pretty much said all I wanted to say. So if you sat through and watched all this, I thank you for watching. I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts out about this because it is kind of an important topic. But with that, I will see you all in the next one. If you agree with what I said or anything of the sort and want to talk about it in the comments, I will obviously, as I always do, read through all of them and respond if I can. Like, I don't respond to everything, but I do read everything. So if there's something of note that I feel like I can respond to and get like just a good conversation out of and whatnot, I will. But beyond that, feel free to like and subscribe and turn notifications on if you want to keep up with whatever I do. And I will see you in the next one. Death out.